recording. The ones that are coming in to the live haven't come in yet, so I just started it. So this is going to be a fun video. I hope you watch it all the way through. We're talking about how you can take this system and make it your own, because we don't have to follow it to the T, okay? We need to follow it in a way that's going to be helpful to us. And as a thinking person, you can do that. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So in just a minute, people will start popping on. Here we go. Susie Q, good morning. How are you? And Lacey Troster, good morning. She's in her apron. Kimmy's here. Good morning, Kimmy. Nicole Golinski, good morning. Golzinski. Good morning. I hope that I'm in live chat. I don't know where that is anymore. Live chat. There we go. Live chat. KDL, good morning, ladies. Nicole Johnson, good morning and welcome to my live chat. I'm so excited today. We're going to talk about, and I'll bring this subject up several times while everybody's jumping on, but it's going to be how to personalize this system. How to personalize it. Let me bring this down a minute. That's better. Good morning, my sister Marty. How are you? We're talking about how to personalize the system. I'm going to drink out of my Emperor mug, not sponsored, but love it so much. Laura Pennell, good morning from Kansas. Nancy H, hi, good morning, Nancy. Lisa Chapman, good sunny morning. Hi, Lisa. Marty said, live chat, all messages. What does that mean? I put live chat for sure. Hi, Marty. That's Kimmy saying, hi, Marty. Candace, good morning, Kat. Jennifer Williams, good morning, Kat. Good morning, Jennifer. She's the one who gifted me with this wonderful mug, and I love it so much. Did you find your other one? I want to help you. Micah People, good morning. Just Rhonda, good morning. Good morning. Everyone's popping in. It's so much fun. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so today I'm going to start off with, we're making the system our own. As you know, the only planner that I use is Kimmy's. She's in her apron planner. Kimmy's on here with us today. Kimmy, I love this planner. I looked back at my last year's planner, and the difference in using this planner from today is now I'm using the daily back to the weekly is like 100% different. I love this planner. It enables me to make it my own. Let me say hello to everyone else. Micah said, yes, Love Chat has two options, top and all. Elizabeth, good morning from Missouri. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Micah. Homemaking with Denise. Good morning, Denise. I hope your hand is better. Denise had a little surgery, and she's chomping at the bit to get back to work. All right, let me talk about making this your own. I'll first of all point out in the front of each of Kimmy's planners, she has, and I know y'all get tired of me talking about it, but I have to tell you, this is the tool. Let me remind you why we use the tool. We need a tool. If you're sidetracked like me and most of us on here, some of you have ADHD, etc., we have all of our information in balls. Just think of it that way. All the information and things we need to do are in balls. A person who is born organized, they have little compartments in their head, and all the little balls go in the rooms, and they shut the door and they stay there. With us, we have a big old ballroom. Just a big empty room. So we get everything shoved in the corners where we want it to be. And then all we do is tip our head and look back up, and all our balls are rolled around and together, and it's crazy. So we need a tool, and the tool that we need is a planner, and the planner that I recommend is Kimmy's, okay? So let's start there, and let me see what I've missed in conversation here real quick. I love that you love it. Thanks for your input when creating it. Thank you for sharing it. Loves and kisses and hugs. That's my Kimmy friend. Micah People said, and you're welcome, Kimmy. It's been my pleasure to use it just to change my own life. And it's changed I would say all of my personally mentored people's lives. Micah People, good morning, Kimmy. I was watching your new video. I'll go back and leave. When I leave here, I got my planner yesterday, just in time for your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Micah. Happy birthday to you and many more. Happy birthday, Micah. You're going to love that present you bought yourself. Hey, E.T. Mr. B said, happy Monday to everyone. E.T. loves your channel, Kimmy. Micah, that's awesome. Which one did you get? Happy birthday. Homemaking with Denise, it's better, but I'm still trying. I'm still pretty much on bed rest. Hubby is not letting me do a thing. I love him. He's great. She's in her apron, said thanks to E.T. And Micah said, oh, thanks, Kat. Okay. So what I want to point out is in the front of Kimmy's planner, she has areas called POP into zone cleaning. POP, that stands for progress over perfection into zone cleaning. And she has things for you to do when you finish decluttering for ideas in each of your areas. But I'm going to read you something that's different than the quote plan, and it's perfectly okay. She has zone 1 as her entrance, which is what the general plan has. Zone 2 is the kitchen, that's right. Zone 3 she has is the bath and laundry. For her, her zone 3 for the other room was best if she just did the bath and the laundry at the time she made these out. 4 is the bedrooms, all the bedrooms. For us, it's the master bedroom. 5 is the living rooms, and I say the living area. And she even has a zone 6 if you need to make another one. And you know what? That's perfectly okay. And I think probably when Kimmy did this, her kids had their own bedrooms and were probably doing a lot of their own rooms as well. But doesn't matter. You get to create this system based on the foundation of the real, of the quote original plan. I took the original plan when I was mentoring with Flylady, Marla Silly, the Flylady, and she told us when we were mentoring, you're going to have your own spin on things. So it's perfectly okay to teach it that way. And so I have a little bit different spin on the original Flylady system, and that's okay. You can use the original, or you can use me, or there's other people out there teaching Flylady. If you do use someone else, I highly recommend you use a person who was an actual Flylady, which would be me and some other girls out there, okay? And they'll tell you. All right, so let's talk about the actual different parts of the system. Excuse me. I feel like a piece of dust in my throat. That's good. Okay, no, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, baby. All right, so what we're going to talk about first is the basic weekly plan. The basic weekly plan. Oh, let's see what Kimmy says. She broke those zones into detailed categories purposely for those of us with ADHD. I can take one category a day, a week, or a weekend. Smaller chunks is super motivating for me, at least. See, that's how Kimmy did it. And she did design this for people with ADHD. I probably have ADD, but I've never been officially diagnosed. But I know my mind is all over the place, and I can relate to everyone I mentor. We all seem to have the same thing. Those of them on medications and those of us who aren't, we all seem to have the same thing. So let's talk about the basic weekly plan. The basic weekly plan can be personalized. So if you remember the basic weekly plan, on Monday, it's officially the original for an at-home homemaker. On Monday is the weekly home blessing hour. On Tuesday is free day. Wednesday is planning and desk day. Thursday is errand day. Friday is car and purse day, date night. Saturday is family day, and Sunday is Renew Your Spirit Day. Okay, that's the original plan. But there are many of us who homeschool, who work from home, who work away from home, where the weekly home blessing hour is not good for us to do all at one time. So split it up. Take your planner, go to your daily, because I highly recommend the daily, okay? And I happen to use the semester. It's not giant, it's great, it's jam-packed. It's got so many good things in it. But go to your daily plan and say, okay, or go to your week at a glance first and look at your plans for the week. What kind of schedule do you have for the week? What are your commitments for the week? That's going to be in your weekly plan. You're going to take that from your monthly calendar, okay? So you're going to put it in there and you're going to say, all right, weekly home blessing hour. Based on this, what day am I going to be able to do an hour of weekly home blessing hour? If you can, then plug it in on that day. Now, I highly recommend that you write basic weekly plan. I put my rituals here, I put my laundry here. This is the way I teach my mentees that I personally handle. Weekly home blessing here and zone here. So here I put the morning routine, after dinner, before bed 1, before bed 2, clutter stop 2 or 3 times depending on how often you need to do it. Laundry, what do I do on Monday? What do I do on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even Saturday? Some of you may just say a load or 2 loads, and that's fine. I happen to do specifics. Basic weekly plan, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So when you're looking at this, you would say, well, I can't do mine on Monday. Mine is on Friday. So I just put a little fancy check, a little dash. I don't do any basic weekly plan on Monday or Tuesday. Okay? I do my whole thing on Fridays, but maybe you can't. Maybe your homeschooling you've got a lot of kids at different ages. Maybe you're doing a co-op where you're gone a lot, etc. Maybe you have a lot of commitments, so you can't do an hour. Now, most of us can, but maybe you can't. Or you work outside the home, or you work inside the home from you're doing actual committed work. You're a payroll employee or you're self-employed like me. So what you might do is say, okay, the hardest part of the weekly home blessing hour is the floors. So what day can I mop and sweep my floors? Kat, I love how your brain works in the daily. I love seeing how everyone uses their planners. I know everyone's different. They make it their own. Okay, so maybe I want to do floors on my most open day, because for me, that's the hardest because I have a bad back, right? And it takes the most energy to clean your floors, but you're still only spending 20 minutes, 10 minutes vacuuming, like 5 rooms, 2 minutes a room, 3 minutes mopping the kitchen, 2 minutes in each bathroom. So up to 20 minutes to get that done. So maybe you have 20 minutes and you can plug in floors. And then the 3 baby jobs, they are so little. One is dusting, and if you have the Flylady duster, you've got it beat. You've got 5 rooms to dust, you've got 5 rooms to clean spots off the glass, you've got 5 rooms, or not even 5 rooms, however many rooms you have to empty the little garbage cans. Those baby jobs can be done fairly quickly. So what day can you squeeze in your baby jobs? All that leaves is stripping your bed and washing your sheets. Look at your laundry and say, what day do I want to do sheets? Let me look at my plan. Let me look at everything else. Oh, I'm going to do my sheets on Saturday morning. Or, oh, I could do my sheets on Tuesday night or whatever, okay? And write it in there. So that way you're personalizing the weekly home blessing hour. The other challenging thing that we do is our planning and desk day. Okay, everything else is pretty straightforward. Errands means you're going to go get your groceries, and I really don't think you should be running around 40 times a week, but once. Okay, just once, going on a cycle and getting everything. Now, it doesn't mean you can't. There's not like a hard and fast rule, but most people who have a mess in their house want to get out as often as possible, and they end up buying more than they need and bringing it home to that mess and creating more mess. Does that sound like you, or did it sound like you? Okay, so errand day is a straightforward thing. You're going to go get your groceries and run your other errands. Go to the library, drop something at the dry cleaners, go get your jewelry from the repair shop or whatever, okay? And then I also, on my errand day, is the day for me, I do my appointments because I'm off on Wednesdays. So I make that my errand day, and I also make that my appointment day. So that when I go to the doctor, I don't bring this with me, it's at home. But I say, yes, I'd like my follow-up to be on a Wednesday, please. I don't give them an option. And they can't say, well, I can't see you. I mean, if the doctor's not in town and I need to see him and it's an emergency and he can squeeze me in on a Tuesday, yes, of course. Be a thinking woman. But in general, your teeth being cleaned or whatever, you do it on your off day or on your specific day that you pick for that. Okay, so you never have to worry when you come home with your little card that you take a picture of with your phone in case you lose it. Hello. Then you can come home and say, okay, that's Wednesday the 17th of that month. Oh, I have something else that day, but that's okay because that one's in the morning and this is in the afternoon. That'll work great. Or maybe you need to call the appointment people back and say, can I change that? I have something, I'm on vacation that week, I forgot, or whatever. Okay, all right. Next is, so we've done the weekly home blessing hour. Either you do it in a chunk or you do it in parts. Now, I will say, for those of you who work full-time, I don't recommend you do those pieces during the week. I think it's better to get that done in the morning on a Saturday. But then again, I'm not you. I don't live in your house. I don't pay your bills. I don't wash your clothes. I don't correct your children. I don't make your meals, and I'm not married to your husband. You have to make that decision for yourself. And I'm going to read your comments in just a little bit, okay? So that's Weekly Home Blessing Hour. We've got Planning and Desk Day. That's what I was about to say. So it's got 4 points, and it can take a long time, 3 to sometimes 4 hours in the beginning until you learn how to do it. So if you don't have 3 or 4 hours of quiet afternoon, then maybe you need to split that up. I split mine up. My first part of it is food. So I like to look in my refrigerator, see what I've got, make my grocery list based on what I need. When I look in the refrigerator, I'm out of, yogurt, or I'm out of milk or whatever. Put that on my list, and then go and look in my pantry, look in my freezer. And you can also do this, and I keep this in the front. Now, I made this my own as well, so let me just say that. But in Kimmy's planner, that is my planner, I take my shop your shelves. I fill it out every time, but I only put what's in my freezer. For me, that works out great. So I've got my freezer things over here. I've got my foods that I've already pre-made over here, and I've got meals that I've pre-made here and lunches here. So I know what I have, okay? So I can say, okay, this week I'm gonna make 3 meals and I'm gonna eat 3 leftover meals. And usually I put 3 more leftover meals in the freezer from the 3 meals I make, because I make enough for me to have some leftovers, and that's a good idea. So for me, it might not be a good idea for you. All right, so that's how I do that. So I'm gonna look at the freezer, I'm gonna look in the fridge, and I'm gonna glance in the pantry, which I keep organized. Vegetables in one place, fruits in one place, all the different things are in certain places, so I know what's there, okay? And that's how I recommend you do it. And that's the way Kimmy recommends you do it. All right, so next we're going to do, what are we gonna eat? So now we have to make our menu based on what we have and what we need to buy. Or in my case, I'm using a book called Cook Once, Eat All Week that has 3 menus in it. So in it has a list of all the foods that I need to buy. So I take my planner and I go to the week that I'm on, the week at a glance, and I write, where did I put it last time? Hold on. I must have put it in another place. Anyway, I write down everything that I need to buy, and it's usually not that much. Maybe I put that in the front. I'm not going to waste my time looking, but when I do it, I take a picture of it, and I send that to myself in a text, and I bring a list. Like, I'm double, triple checking that I don't forget anything. And guess what? I still missed something last week. I forgot canned chicken to make my taco soup. So, and I know that sounds gross, but it's so good. Anyway, so Mr. B's going to pick some up at Costco for me because he saw them there, a big thing of them. So I'm excited. So that's what I do. And then I cook enough for me to have some for the freezer. Okay. So maybe that's not what you do, and that's okay. But it maybe takes you a while to do that, like an hour. Okay. Until you get really good at it. And you have to think about, what am I going to have for breakfast? What am I going to have for lunch? And I don't think you should plan every breakfast and lunch. I think you should know in general the kinds of things that you make for breakfast and lunch, or put together, or eat leftovers or whatever, so you know you have enough for breakfast and lunch. And then you look at your snacks and you make sure you're eating those snacks. If you guys haven't eaten those snacks in a while, then they need to go, and you need to say, I'm not buying those again. And I'm not going to overbuy snacks. I'm going to get exactly what we need. Some fresh fruit, some fresh vegetables, some dips, some pico de gallo, some popcorners, whatever. Whatever you love. All right, next we're going to go to the second part of Planning and Desk Day. The second part of Planning and Desk Day is finance. Again, Kimmy's planner is immeasurably wonderful. Every single month, right at the front, she's got, let me go to April, it's one I'm using now. She's got the budget. And in the budget, she has, I'm going to hold this way back. That's my budget. For every month I have this filled out, and I have some more information over here, okay? Right up here, this part, this is the income. This is your income. This part, this is your savings. This part, this is your discretionary income. It's called other expenses. It's for things you can get away with not having should you need to. This part, this is your bills, your regular bills, your gas and your groceries and your etc. This part is debt payoff. You may notice I have a line there. I don't have any debt. And right here, this is a consolidation of everything. It's the income minus the savings, minus the fixed expenses, minus the discretionary expenditures, and minus any debt. And then what's left over is just a little cushion in your checking account, okay? So I love that. I use it every single week. And on this page, I have my personal spending and I subtract as I spend. This is date night, subtract as we spend. So I love that, and it's fun for me, but I am a numbers person. I like math, I like puzzles. So to me, math is just a puzzle. And once you learn how the puzzle goes together, it's so much fun to put it over and over again together again and again. So I highly recommend you come up with a budget. Use this budget planner right here. It is perfect. To me, it is perfect. Everyone is different, but I believe it'll work for you. You need to know what's going on. Even if all your bills come out automatically and you know you have enough money, that's not the trick. The trick is to look and see that you're not overspending and discretionary spending, for example, okay? So that's budget, food, finance. Inbox is next. Now, inbox, for me, I don't have mailed things, very little, mostly personal cards and letters and trash, honest. So most of that goes in the garbage before I even come in the house, because I'm living in my apartment and I have a garbage area. If you don't, then when you get it out of the mailbox and you walk up you walk from from the end of your driveway to the house, by then you've separated all the trash. When you come in, it goes right in the garbage can. Anything that requires it's not a letter, okay? That's something you want to read at your fun time. So you can put that by your chair and read it later, or a card, or read it immediately. It's up to you. But when you have a bill or something like that, or you need to call somebody and say, why is this happening? That goes in your inbox, so that once a week you handle all that stuff. You don't let it slide. You don't say, I've got all the time in the world. You do it on a specific day. So what day are you going to do your inbox? Put it in your planner, okay? I would suggest that you also clean your phone. My phone gets emails all the time. I have 2 email inboxes, a personal one and a generic one. And I clean them both out more than once a day. I also have to go look at my comments that come in my message box. And I clean that out and comment more than once a day. So if you don't want to not know what's in your inbox, because you can miss something important because it's just overfilled, start deleting the old stuff and handling the new stuff a little bit at a time. And that's part of your inbox. I do mine daily. Okay, that's me for inbox. So that's food, finance, inbox, and last is your planner. And in the plan, so maybe you do a day for planner. It takes 25 minutes, the way I fill out a planner, for the week. And then every night I spend about 5 minutes blooming out that next day. So what I do is I put everything on my week at a glance. And I've taught you this before, but I'll tell you again. I put everything on let me go to the most recent week at a glance. Here it is. I put everything on the week at a glance, everything. So all my appointments are up here. My meals are here. And you don't have to do complete meals. You could just put generic things like chicken, fish, and then bloom it out as you go, if that's the way you want to do it. Over here, I have the rituals, as I said. Down here's my laundry for the week. Over here's the basic weekly plan for the week. And down here is my zone for the week. And I figure out what I'm going to do in my zone. Now, let me tell you about your zone. If your house is a wreck and full of clutter, you cannot deep clean. And I want you to spend 15 minutes. If you need to, no more than 30. Please stop. I do let my people that I mentor work 30 minutes because I can talk to them every week or every other week to say, how did you do? And if they did a deep dive, I can pull them back because we don't need to be in there saying, oh, Kat, I just couldn't stop. It was just so much fun. And then my family suffered for it. I suffered for it. I didn't have dinner. The house was a wreck. I forgot that I didn't wash my sheets and they were in the dryer. And when I went to bed, they were still wet, etc. So 15 to 30 minutes on a timer. And I'm going to suggest for you who don't have me to hold you accountable, 15 minutes. Now you have to set up and you have to clean up after. So give yourself, 20 or 25 minutes. But you need to go get your box, your bag, your basket to declutter into. And you need to take the box, which is your giveaway, to the back of the car when you're done, not leave it in the house. Because the next time you're out on errands, one of the things you're going to do is drop it off. And then the bag is for trash. And you're going to take that outside to the big garbage can and put it in there and shut the lid and not think about it ever again. And then the basket is for taking things to put away in areas that they belong. Maybe you can't still get them on the shelf in that area, but you can get it in the room in that area until you get your shelves and cabinets clean, okay? All right. So the last part of this is your planner. So what you're going to do is fill out your week at a glance, which is based on your calendar. So you're going to look at your calendar, which is in your planner, and you're going to say, first of all, I go to my year at a glance. My year at a glance, and I see, do I have any vacation coming up, any holidays coming up, anything that I need to be aware of? And I put that in my my month at a glance. And then when I make up so that happens each time there's a new month. And then when I go to the week at a glance, I go to the month at a glance for that week, and I transcribe that information to my week at a glance. Now, some people might say, well, Kat, why in the heck are you writing all these things twice? I'm not. Let me show you what I'm doing. On your week at a glance, you've got everything you need for that week to live in that week. And some of you only have week at a glance. And that's fine if that's all you have, but I'm going to recommend the day at a glance because the day at a glance limits you to just that day. It's like putting your blinders on and not thinking about Monday or Wednesday when you're on Tuesday. You're just doing Tuesday. So when you go to your daily, you're going to pick up the stuff for just that day. So for example, on Monday, you're going to say, what laundry am I doing on Monday? I'm doing dark. So here's what I do. I write up here things that don't have anything to do with cleaning my house, okay? So they could be call the school, they could be go pick up your shoes, they could be whatever. Maybe you keep forgetting to thaw out your food, whatever. It needs to go here. It's not clean the bedroom, okay? That doesn't go here. This is things like buy the paint or get the mulch or weed the garden or take the dog to the vet, and you just don't really want to forget. It's a top 3 thing. Then the menu, I put the specific menu that I'm having. Up here in this box, I used to use this for finance. I don't anymore. That's where the basic weekly plan goes. So weekly home blessing went here, okay, in this particular one. That's this Friday the 19th. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Then I have my chicken burrito bowls right here for dinner. That's my menu. It's already stated there. Then you've got an empty block. In this block, I put rituals. It's the same exact ones that are on the week, but after you write them down enough, it's easy to write them down. AM, AD, BB1, BB2, CS3, okay? Morning routine, after dinner routine, before bed routine 1, before bed routine 2. Morning routine, after dinner routine, before bedroom routine 1, before bedroom routine 2, and clutter stop, I put 2 because I only need to do it twice. Maybe you need to do it 3 times. Then down here is laundry. What did I say I was doing in this particular example? Sheets. And I would have picked that up on the Friday day when I was loading it up. Zone 3, I didn't have anything left in zone 3. So I got a line. Or it wasn't a day I was working on my zone. I put a little line, okay? So once you fill that out, you never have to go look at Wednesday again or Tuesday again or Friday again. You don't have to go back to the week at a glance. And the other thing you do is you put all of your plans in here. So here's my Weight Watcher appointment, here's my book club, and then I've got some clients on Saturday. So I put those in, okay? All right, so that's how I teach everyone to use it. Then you don't go back to the week at a glance. It's already down on your daily. And then the night before, I will bloom it out. What I mean by that is I will go in, I'll show you today, and plug in AM, prayers. I can't read it backwards. Oh, Larry's information for a medical thing. Breakfast. Talk to my sister Marty every day. Go live. All my clients. Down here, make dinner. After dinner routine. Eat after dinner routine. Before bed routine 1, before bed routine 2. Okay? And I don't go to bed till around here, so I have time to go tomorrow and look at that. And I also put in my menu. I mean, I also look at my menu and say, oh yeah, tomorrow I'm having firecracker meatballs. I need to take those out of the freezer, or I need to make sure I've got everything I need to get that ready tomorrow, okay? All right, so everybody can make their plan their own. You just, like Kimmy just made a comment, I glanced at it, she said what she does. Now my mentees who are following me, they have to do it the way I say because it's working for them and they want some guidance and that's what they get. Now, as they go further, they can expand and change because I'm here to help them not go crazy. Because here's the thing, because I can't mentor you, I can't control whether you're reinventing the wheel. Please don't do that. Do the general things and try to get it all done in the week without having to kill yourself and do it all on one day, okay? All right, but also if you're working, realize that you're emotionally and mentally exhausted if you do work at a desk. And if you're doing physical work like chasing children around, you're also physically exhausted. You only have room for your rituals on those days. All right? Okay, let's see what people are saying. Kimmy said, last week I saved my floors for Saturday. We had prom dinner here. We vacuumed before everyone came and I washed the floor after they left. Perfect. Jennifer Davis, good morning, Jennifer, one of my new mentees. Kimmy said, this week I have an appointment near my store, so I'll be doing my errands on the day of my appointment. I can't stand leaving the home multiple times a week. Yes, Kimmy, my love, you've got it. You know, I mentored Kimmy before. Denise said, I like it when Kat says be a thinking woman. Thank you, Denise, and I really mean that. I believe all of you are intelligent women and you can make decisions for yourself. Micah said, my appointment day is Monday because Ricky and I are both off, so I have childcare. That works perfectly. Kimmy said, I have been doing my weekly home blessing on Fridays now. I like having the house fresh for the weekend. Good choice. Roxanne Wolf, I am late. Good morning, all. Hey, Roxanne. Cecilia, may I ask where you got the wall art behind you? It's so pretty. I can't remember the name of the place. It was expensive, I'll tell you that. And it took forever to get it. Homemaking with Denise. Good morning, Roxanne. Glad you could make it. She's in her apron. Kimmy, I love how you use the shop your shelves section. Great idea. Micah said, I use the shop your shelves area by meal as I cook 3 meals a day. So I'll shop for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That makes sense. Kimmy said, I'm making meatloaf muffins for dinner tonight, so I'll be doubling everything and making TV dinners for the freezer. I learned it from you, I think, Kimmy. Micah people, Kimmy, I'm making meatloaf and mashed potatoes tomorrow. We're having leftover ham tonight. Yum. Homemaking with Denise, my hubby was helping to clear the fridge. He dumped out the beef stew that I made to have for lunches while I was incapacitated with my hand. Oh, I'm sorry. Luckily, I have a rotisserie chicken he can heat up. Oh, I'm so sorry, Denise. I'm sorry for him. I know he hated that he did that. Kimmy said, our trash comes on Tuesday, so my Mondays is the trash in my weekly home blessing. Perfect. And I have a lot of clients who have different garbage days and have done that. My 3 sections on the daily page are routines. She's in her apron and family. Works for you. Kat's the boss. Do what she says. Trust me, she mentored me when the kids were young and she's changed my life. You're so precious. Katie, you inspired me to join Weight Watchers. I've lost almost 10 pounds and feel so much better. I have more confidence and energy already, so thank you. Katie, yay! I've lost 9. I'm so excited. Candace, I'm 70 and a slow loser, so I'm sure you lost yours faster than me, but I'm being dedicated. And Marty's on here. Marty and I meet every day and go over what we're going to eat and our points. And then the next day we go over what we ate and what we're going to eat the next day. So we try to keep each other accountable. Candace, it was after getting totally decluttered and following Kat's way of doing things that I now know what changes I can do for me. Yes, Candace, sometimes you just have to follow the basic plan that I give until you can say, yeah, this isn't making sense for me. Or now that I've got it decluttered, let me see what I can change. Okay? Tony Rose, good morning, friends. Recovering from knee replacement. Oh, Tony, good. I'm so glad that's behind you, and I'm sorry. I know you have recuperation, but you'll do great. Staying organized with clutter checks. I move from room to room with Walker, and my basket is carrying the excess where it belongs. And Tony, knowing you, I know you will continue to do your physical therapy, and you will be rebounded as soon as sooner than you think. Gani Shoutin Lawrence. Hi, Kat. Hey, Gani. Mr. B put my Patreon channel on, so if you want to have something to do every day, I make a video 5 days a week that tells you exactly what to do Monday through Friday, and I refer to the Saturday working people what they can do on Saturday. Or if you want to be mentored by me, that's what that link is for, okay? Tony, I pray you heal quickly. This is from Kimmy. But be careful. My mother-in-law just had that surgery, and I can see where she tries to do too much. Oh, yeah. If I do get off track, I get right back on your plans, Candace said. Yay. Okay, girls, what time is it? Ooh, it's 10:47. I have an 11 o'clock appointment, so I'm going to get off. Fortunately, my Ember mug, see the little light is white? It's still keeping my coffee at 135 degrees. So it didn't get cold while I was talking to you. All right, that's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Let me open it up for questions for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and then we're going to go. Okay, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, now is the time about personalizing your plan. That was great. Thanks, Candace said. You're welcome, Candace. Anyone else? I know you can type fast. Nope. We'll see. We'll wait a couple minutes. Kimmy, I'm so excited. I'm getting ready to go to my May. I got a different book cover for that one. Can I announce something, Kat? Absolutely, Kimmy. Cecilia, may I ask where you got the wall art behind you? It's beautiful. I don't remember. I ordered it from some expensive place, and it took 3 months to get it, and I paid a lot for it. I could just tell you that. But I honestly don't remember where I got it. I'd have to go look around. And it looks like it's crooked in this video, but it's really not. It's just the angle of the camera. Augustus just gave you 2 thumbs up. I love you, my little Augustus. He's my grandnephew. He's beautiful. I haven't mentioned it anywhere else. If you're not a planner person, we what? Shannon Engelkin, can you please talk about what to do in the zones this week? We are in zone 3. It's the other rooms. So it's the hall, bath, and one other room. And you're going to declutter. And if you don't have clutter, then you're going to deep clean based on your rooms. Okay? Jennifer, so cute that you love Ember Mug so much. Jennifer gave me this as a gift. Kimmy's planner, there's your link. Kimmy, you didn't finish saying. What are you saying? Drum rolling. Did you change your mind? That's good. If you're not a planner person, we'll be coming out in weeks with a desk pad. That's the weekly spread with a bonus section. Oh, that's cool. Username, hi Kat, just joined, but we'll watch recording soon. Faria, hi Faria, so nice to have you. Welcome. All right, girls, that's a good announcement, Kimmy. Thanks for sharing. Okay, everyone. I'm going to go. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope that you always remember to be beautiful because you are beautiful. Bye.